Today's video is all about mixed media art journaling. It's something I want to get more into. I do a little bit of book journaling, so I create spreads for books I've read and I kind of decorate the spread with papers and stickers, sometimes inks, all that kind of thing. So that is mixed media. But I often sit in front of my journal and think, I have no idea what I'm doing. So if that's you, or if it's something you think you'd like to get into, keep watching this video. Welcome back to Crafts with Karen, the channel where I test out craft kits, art kits, and art and projects ideas. So if that's something you think you'd be interested in, remember to hit the subscribe button so you can get notified when I put new videos up. I'm not an artist, I just like to dabble. I've had a sticker collection for quite a while now, probably for about 2 years, and it's based around Alice in Wonderland, and there's lots of different stickers in there to do with Alice in Wonderland. I've also had these stickers in my stash for a while, which I really like. If you watched my Temu scrapbooking unboxing recently, I've got lots of mushroomy like stickers and papers that I'd like to use. And I've collected some other papers together that I've bought over the years that I really want to use, but I've just never thought of a way to do it. So today I thought I would try and do an Alice in Wonderland journal page. I have a new art journal that I've bought to try out all of the various mixed media techniques that you can use. So over the weeks I'm going to be trying different things like using paints, using stencils, using gel plates, lots of different things. But I'm going to start simple with papers and stickers, possibly marker pens, and I do have a box of soft pastels that I may use as well. So this is the art journal book. It's just plain paper. It's quite thick paper. So if I do use paints on, it's unlikely to go through. And I've not used it yet, so I'm going to be starting with the first page. So let's have a look and see what I can make. I've got some PVA glue, which I'm just going to put some into this little pot here. Rather than trying to squeeze it from the tube. And I've got a couple of paintbrushes that I'm going to use to spread the glue with. So let's see what I'm going to do. I was thinking I could use these papers as kind of a background for the page. I really like this one that came from the Temu scrapbooking box. I think I'm going to use some of this. I really like this one as well. I've got another greeny coloured one that I like, and I thought this one might be interesting, and also this one. I think I'm going to use this one. I think what I want to do is I want to try and get where she falls down the rabbit hole. So I'm going to kind of get a maybe a funnel shape in the middle, and I think I'm going to use this paper to do it. But I'm going to tear it up into pieces so it's not all one lump, and then stick it on. So we'll just tear some and then we'll see what the situation is. Okay, so I'm going to use I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread some glue on the page and hope it doesn't dry too quickly. Put it all the way down like a funnel would be. Maybe should have used white PVA glue because I can't actually see where I've put it. So I'm just going to start sticking some on in a bit of a funnel shape. It dries clear, so it doesn't matter if I go over some of it. used PVA glue in years, not since I was at school. I remember it being white. I think I do have some white, and you used to like to peel it off your fingers. So I think I'm just going to have enough for what I'm calling the rabbit hole. Just take it right down to the bottom, I think. And this last bit, just tear in half. I think with things like this, it's just doing it and seeing what it's like. You know, I hear people say, oh, I don't know what to do, or oh, I'm not creative, or I'm a bit frightened to do it. But you don't have to show it to anybody, just do it. And if you don't like it, then you'll know what you don't like for next time, and you'll get better at it. But I mean, I don't really know what I'm doing here. I'm just playing, and if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, well, it doesn't work. So that is the rabbit hole, I think. Go with that. Now I want some lighter green bits on the side. The idea is to have a full kind of collage paper background, and then we can go from there. I don't want to, I'm going to tear around this mushroom because I want to keep the mushroom whole, because I really like that. I'm going to just tear around it, and tear down like this, and maybe a little bit round there, because I think it looks a little bit more interesting if you tear the papers and it's not just put on as is. So I quite like that. I think I'm going to put that there. So let's get some glue on. And if you don't like things, you can just, you know, stick them over the top. But I guess you never get rid of whatever you've done, because you can always learn from it and maybe use the background as something else if you don't like it for what it was originally intended to be. Put that there. I'm going to put some other, I think I might put some other greenery around the outside. Actually, I've got some of this, which I quite liked, so I might actually use some of that for around the corners. I'm just going to tear it. Tear it a bit more so I'm not covering all of the mushroom up. Let me just put it there. Quite like that. I might put some in the other corner. It's like a material kind of paper, this. I've had this for quite a while as well. I think this came from a place called Journal Say, which I have gotten a lot of journal and scrapbook materials from. Put some over here, just stick that down. I am going to stick things over the top, so you might not see the whole thing, but that's fine. That's what collage is all about. Okay. I think when we're adults, we kind of forget what it was like to mess around and play when we were kids. And I think it's nice to do these things and kind of rediscover that creative nature that that you have when you're a child. You try things, you don't mind if you fail. So it's just nice to get back to doing things like that. I may have to leave this paper to dry a little before I start putting anything else on it. Okay, I think that is the background finished. I'm going to wait a little bit until some of that dries because this at the bottom is quite wet. It has creased a bit, which is fine. It's Alice in Wonderland, so I'm sure there's things not quite as they seem. So I'm going to leave that to dry and then we'll put some other things on it. Right, I think that's about dry enough. So I need a focal point for this, but first I'm going to just colour these white bits in, and I think I'm going to use a soft pastel. I've never used these before, but I think I'm going to colour them in. Let's take them out in this limey green colour, or maybe this colour. This one looks a little bit more foresty, which I imagine Alice in Wonderland being. So soft pastels, you just kind of rub and you can smudge. Like I say, I've never used them before, but I have watched some videos, which is where I get most of my ideas, to be honest. But then I try and just make them into my own way of doing it, because I don't want to copy people. But I do think they just give you some inspiration. So I'm just going to paint some of this green onto where I can see white. And then you can just smudge it, apparently, with your fingers. It's probably not smudging as well. Just continue with this green, just filling in some of the white spaces. Doesn't matter if we go over the paper. Put some down the edge. Let me know in the comments below if you do mixed media journaling. It's very relaxing. It's just so easy to switch off when you're doing things like this. You know, if you've got stresses, just get your papers and stickers and paints out and just do what you feel like, is what I say. So there, we've got most of the paper covered. Now I want a focal point, like I said. So this is supposed to be the rabbit hole. I'm thinking maybe that at the bottom is like the doorway, or maybe slightly off to the side. I'm yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So this is a sticker. I could cut the sticker, but I don't want to. Let's not make it too complicated. So I'm going to put the sticker here off to the side, right at the bottom. So when Alice lands in Wonderland, she can go through the doors into the magical world. Now I have stuck that on top of glue, but that's fine. I think we're going to put some more little toadstools at the side here. Now I really like, this was the wrapper thing that the Temu scrapbooking box came in. I think I'm going to cut this out and stick that at the side because I really like it and it's a shame to waste it. So I'm not going to cut it out perfectly. We'll just do kind of around the toadstools. I don't do what they call, what I would call proper journal doers. I'm not going to do fussy cutting and be really precise with the cutting out. I'm just going to cut around the toadstools and we'll make do with that. So, and then I'm going to put some glue on this. Is this dried out, what I've got in here? Maybe a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I think that has dried out. So let's put some more glue in my little pot. It's actually a lid, it's not a pot. You just use what you've got. I mean, you don't even have to buy any special papers to do this. If you've got magazines, just cut them up. Magazines are quite expensive to buy and you don't really want to buy them just to cut them up. So you may find some in charity shops, things like that. Or ask your friends and family if they've got any and just cut those up. I don't have many magazines at the moment and I do have these papers, so that is what I'm using. So would you say that was the focal point? I may have more than one because this mushroom's quite prominent. And I do have this Alice in Wonderland sticker. So where do I stick her? I should have stuck her there, shouldn't I? Do I stick her at the bottom of the bottom of there? I think I'm going to stick her there. Or do I stick her like that? Falling down the rabbit hole. No. We'll just do her straight on. Like I say, this is just off the cuff. I haven't really thought about it very much. I'm just going to put her there. So she's looking back up the rabbit hole. Yeah, I'm just kind of winging it. So we'll see what happens. I've got this Cheshire Cat. I do like the Cheshire Cat. Where can we stick him? Will we stick him on the top? Stick him on here as though she's looking up at him. I think that might work. It doesn't matter that there's white around the outside of the sticker. That's fine. We'll work with it. Now I've also got, I like toadstools for some reason. I've got lots of little toadstool stickers that are really cute. Do I want to put some up here? But then why would there be toadstools up there? Maybe at the bottom, that would look nice. I've got some different coloured toadstools. They're kind of a greeny colour. Oh, I like these ones, they're like pink. Yeah, we'll use those. We're going to stick that down there. I don't know how well that's going to stick over the top of this material, but that's okay. That looks pretty. I like that. I do have these teacups, but I don't know if I'm going to use them because I'm not sure they work with this. And I did have what looks to me like a little kind of magical vortex thing here, which I quite like, but I also don't know if that would work. Anyway, so let's see what other Alice in Wonderland stickers I have. I've got a top hat, which I guess is for the Mad Hatter. We've got the Eat Me, Drink Me, Open Me. I've got the Mad Hatter's watch. Actually, I don't think that comes from that set. And there's the Mad Hatter. I'm assuming Alice in Wonderland. I think I might put that at the top so we know it's Alice in Wonderland when we look at it. I know it's Alice in Wonderland. Will I put it in this corner? Yeah, I'm going to put it up there. Alice in Wonderland. So we've got the Drink Me bottle. There's another, would you say that was more like a Mad Hatter? We've got the hearts there for the Queen of Hearts. And we've got some little teacups here. So we could use those. I'm just sorting through these stickers to see what there is. He's good. He must be one of the Queen's guards. High tea. I've got another toadstool. Lots of toadstools. Now these to me look like, are these the legs from Tweedledum and Tweedledee? Because they look to me like the legs from the Wicked Witch of the West. But maybe they're not. Have I got two legs? I'm sure I did have. There's a cake. Some more toadstools. What's he called? Flamingo. Yeah. I'm sure there was two legs, but I can't find the other one. So, let's see. We've got a key. Actually, there was another key that I liked more. This is just me thinking out loud, really. No, actually, this one, I'm not keen on the white in the middle. So I think I might use this gold one. What's this? Those flowers. Do they work anywhere? That's the key and the lock. Right, so the key and the lock. Where will I put that? I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put it on a slant. You may be thinking to yourself, Karen, what on earth are you doing? But I find it enjoyable. I find it relaxing. So that's all that matters. And if I wasn't doing YouTube, I wouldn't be showing it to anybody. Or may not show it to anybody. But because I'm doing YouTube, I'm sharing it with you. Which is fun. Now, I'm going to put that there. I'll put this here, the key. Now I'm going to put these Drink Me. Now that shrinks her, doesn't it, when she drinks something? I'm going to put these up here. Drink Me. Eat Me. I'm going to dot these around because she goes to different places to do this, doesn't she? I don't know if I've actually seen the film or read the book, Alice in Wonderland. So if you have, let me know which version of the film is best and should I read the book? Now where will I put this? I'm going to put it here. Right, so we can put the Drink Me bottle underneath the sticker. I'm quite liking the look of this, I have to say. I had an awful feeling there that I hadn't pressed play. I do that quite a lot. Drink Me. You can put the cupcake beside Eat Me. And what was it? Open Me. Or I should have put that beside there, but that's okay. Can we draw an arrow? I've got some coloured markers. This is a grabby glitter marker. I actually got a grabby advent calendar for Christmas and really loved all of the pens and paints that were in it, and I just haven't had a lot of opportunity to use them. So I'm going to put an arrow using this pen there. Let me actually just colour the top of that in. Do some pink over here. That's a very pretty glittery pink. And do some down here. My granddaughter likes to use these things when she comes. So I thought it was about time I get using them myself. I'm going to paint the tip of his tail pink because he does change colour, doesn't he? I actually have a stuffed Cheshire cat and he is pink and white. So I'm going to paint him a little bit pink there because he does change colour. Okay, so that's that one. I think I'm going to colour the outline of Alice, maybe in gold, just to make her, will that make her stand out a little bit? Let me know in the comments if you prefer me to talk all the way through these, or you would rather just watch me in silence, maybe a little music. I don't mind either, really. I've watched both kinds of videos. What I can't really do is the ASMR stuff because I don't think my microphone picks that up very well. But I do enjoy watching those. They're very satisfying. Yeah, I think she just stands out a little bit when you've got the, oh, I like that, that's pretty. You see, I don't know where I'm going with these when I first start, but the more you do it, the more you know what works. And I'm really looking forward to trying more mixed media techniques. I'm really looking forward to trying the gel plate ones. I'm gonna have to get myself a gel plate first, and then we can do a video using that and see what happens. Yeah, I really like that. It's nice. You're very glittery, Alice. So what else can we put on? I think I need the rabbit, or do I just need the hat? I think I might just need the hat, you know. Because we know it's the Mad Hatter, so that's okay. Stick the Mad Hatter, where will we put him? Put him up here. Because doesn't she follow the Mad Hatter down the hole? See, I know of the story, but I don't know the whole story. I mean, I guess it's a dream. This dude, where shall we put him? Do we put him up? I think we put him down here. I don't mind these things being in little clusters. I think I'm going to put the little rabbit down here as well. I think sometimes when you spread them out, it looks like something's missing. So it's quite nice to put them in clusters. I quite like this teacup, but where will I put it? Where will I put it? Put it there. Where was I putting them? There? Yeah. And I think I'm going to draw around the outlines of some of these things. I've got a purple one here. We draw around the teacups in purple. I do like a glitter pen. It wasn't a thing when I was little, back in the 70s or the late 60s. The glitter pens and gel pens just weren't a thing. It was glue and sprinkly glitter if you wanted to do anything like that. But my daughter Nicola had scented gel pens, and I was always a little bit jealous of the stationery she had, because I really loved stationery. But until I'd say the last 3 or 4 years, I haven't really dabbled in art. I guess you could call this art. So now I can buy myself all of these lovely stationery supplies, and it just makes me very happy. I would like to try more pictures using those soft pastels because I think they're quite interesting to use. And maybe I'm going to colour the hole in the middle of this key silver. I couldn't resist. And now I'm covered in ink. Hopefully it washes off. Now, do I want some more little toadstools? I do like a toadstool. Let's put some on. I know I can hear you shouting, Karen, stop. Less is more, but I don't do less is more. I do more is more. I just think they're cute. I like this one as well. Have we got a small one? What do I have a couple falling down the rabbit hole? Some of these stickers are a little bit difficult to find the edges. I don't want to use the whole card. I use half a card. Will I tear the sticker? I think I'm going to, you know. Let's tear the sticker. Don't be frightened to tear things up, even if it looks like a really nice picture. Just do it. Don't be scared. Just try it. See what happens. That's what I'm all about now. Trying things, enjoying life, and seeing where it takes us. Where will I put this other bit? Well, does that fall down the hole, do we think? No, we put it there. I've covered this nice mushroom up really, but that's okay. We'll put that there. Now, do I want one more thing on this side? Or am I done? I don't think I'm going to use that because I'm sure I've got two and I don't know where the other one is. So yeah, I do feel like I need to use a little clock. Did I see what I said? There was one, didn't I? That's not from this collection. I'm sure I saw a small one. I like this sticker. That could be floating down in there. There. So she needs to decide which key it is. I may colour the outside of this in gold. Because I just think some of the white backgrounds on the stickers just look a little bit off. I could have cut round it, I guess, but I didn't want to. Have you been collecting stickers and papers and didn't know what to do with them? Are you going to give it a try? Let me know. It is really fun and it is very relaxing. So I encourage you to give it a go. If you don't like it, you don't have to do it again, do you? There, that looks better coloured in. And I think I may be finished. I don't think I want to put this flamingo on. Or do I? Do I want to put the flamingo there? Am I in danger of putting too much? Right, I think I'm going to stop there and say that's done. So I'm going to turn the camera around and just chat to you about the picture. So here we are with the finished journal page. I'm going to take a photo of it and just put it on the screen rather than me standing holding it. I think that turned out quite well considering it was just off the cuff. I did put a couple of little stickers that have sentences on them at the top of the page. So I put "Let life surprise you" and "Miracles happen when you believe." And I did draw with the gold glitter pen a few little spirals in places that just pick up the light because they are glitter pens. And I did find a little stopwatch. I can't find the one that actually came with the sticker kit. No idea where that is, but I did find one in this little sticker book I have here. So I've added that just next to the hat because I think, did they go together? Or was it the dormouse? No, the dormouse was always asleep. Yeah, so all in all, I'm happy with that. I think I may have needed a bigger focal point. I wish Alice had been a lot bigger and she kind of took up the whole length of the page, so she was a proper focal point. So I don't feel like I've actually got one specific focal point, but I do like it. I do think that has turned out quite well. So let me know if you're going to do something like that, or you do something like that. Let me know in the comments below. So that is the first page of my new art journal, where I'm going to be trying out lots of mixed media techniques and seeing what art I can create. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.